Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
Okay, now in legacy systems, in older kind of systems, especially in the mainframe era, there was some restriction in the length of the name, in the length of the fields. So what they used to do was they used to have numbers to denote some objects, right? So that has carried on for years, and even in modern systems they want to retain that old department number or department code. So if you have that department code already, if the business has given you a department code already, or if they want you to use a new code like, let's say, 101, if that is the code that you have to use, so use it. Remember, we are consultants. We are not going to generate the code. We will just use the code that has been given to us by the business, right? So we will, if they have given us a code, use it. Do you want to include the code as part of the name? Do you want to show up? We want this to show up as part of the name. If it is yes, include code in the name. Click on this checkbox. Do you want to include the manager or the leader as part of the name? Sometimes it makes sense because it is easy for you to search for the organization, right? Let's say, if I ask you, okay, find John's department, find the department that John is managing. So if you include the manager as part of the name, it becomes easier for you to find it. So some enterprises prefer to have the manager's name as part of the name of the department that they manage. It makes it easy for them to navigate right. You may include the manager or the leader as part of the name as well. Now the subtype, okay. So the subtype is typically used in the reporting purposes and just to distinguish one supervisory organization from another. So there are some provided subtypes like club, business unit, company department, and so on. So let's use it as a department, okay. Somebody created some other ones as well. Yeah, we will just ignore that. We will use department as our subtype. Then comes visibility. Now who all are authorized to view this particular organization? Now let's look at the options. You see, whenever there is this dot and dash dot, 3 dot dashes. You see that for some of the fields you have this 3 dot dashes next to it. That means that there are some available options. That means it is a drop-down, okay. If a field does not have any drop-down, that means it is a text field, right? So, like for the name is a text field. The code is a text field. But the subtype visibility external URL primary location. These are drop-downs. That means you have to choose from some existing values. So, visibility. Let me click on the field, and it will give me a list of drop-downs. Sorry, visibility. So we have 4 options for visibility. Number 1 is everyone. If I click on everyone, that means that all the users of this particular tenant will be able to view this organization. Right. Now is it something that you want? If yes, then of course use everyone. When you have nothing to hide, let's say, the people say my life is an open book. I have nothing to hide. If that is the case, if you do not have to hide this organization, of course, make it visible to everyone. But sometimes what happens? Organizations or enterprises that do not want to disclose about this organization before a certain date. Maybe because it is confidential? Maybe because they don't want to make it public? So they want only to let everybody know on a certain date and time. So before that, while they are creating it, they might want to use a more restrictive approach. So like role as sign is. Mean anybody who has been assigned a role in this organization. Only they would be able to view it. Okay. So let's say, only the manager of this organization is going to be able to see it. Only the HR partner, compensation partner, benefits partner. These are some of the roles that we will work with. So if that is the role you have assigned to someone, only they will be able to view this supervisory organization, no one else. And then you have another option which says role as sign is in members. So of course, role as sign is like your compensation partner, manager, benefits partner, etc. They will be able to view, and people who are members of this organization. Only these two sets of people will be able to view this particular organization, no one else. And then you also have another option which has been recently introduced, that is, a role as sign is of current and superiors. So the supervisory organization will form a superior subordinate hierarchy structure. Right. So if you use the last option, role as sign is of current and superiors. If there is a superior organization to this, and if people have been assigned some roles, they would also be able to view this particular organization. So this is only needed if I mean these options, other options, and everyone. They are only needed if you have to restrict the viewership of this particular organization. Okay. So, based on whichever option you want, you can choose. We will use everyone. We want. Yes. So, apart from these four options, why do we still have the search criteria? I mean, are there more options? No, this is just a four option. So like if you're already aware, so let's say, you can type every and that's it. Okay. So like, let's say you are very familiar with it, so you just type every and press enter. You see it automatically selects it. Okay. And then regarding this subtypes. So what is the purpose of subtype? Purpose of subtype is basically to use for reporting and configuration purposes. I mean, they don't start any other real purpose as such. Okay. Just for reporting. Like, yeah, what type of organization is this? You can say, okay, it's a department. I mean, it's a supervise that you organize it. But it mimics a department. Okay. And these are not built in, right? I mean, we can create our own subtypes. The department is built in department, company, and business unit and division. They are built in group. These are built in, but yeah, you can create your own, like a lot of people have created their own. I will show you how to create an organization subtype. One last question. So when you say built in are the functionalities differ, is department different from company, from division and all? It all depends like what, for what reason, you are creating the supervisory organization. I mean, what is it going to mimic in the real world? Right. So if you are creating this as an entity for a department, right? So you're just select department, because that will help you when you are running your reports. Thank you. Alright. So now we will go to like if this organization has their own URL, right? If they have their web page or something, you can put it in the external URL, right? Like, maybe it has a website in your company website. Right as part of that, it has its own page. So you can create that external URL, okay? And you can give it you can give it a name, and you can give the actual URL. Like, let's say, worksystem/landing/.html, right? So you have the original page. So that's the original page. So let's call it as www. And here we have to specify HTTPS, something like that, right? So this is